Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. This is Betty. In this video I want to teach you how to purify and refine your tallow to remove odor, the meat odor or dirt. In the previous video, or something like part 1 of this particular video, we discussed, or we have a detailed video of how to process or render your beef tallow to get a better result using wet method. I told you we have different methods of achieving a good tallow. We have different methods of rendering or process of achieving your tallow for your bar soap. So you can watch that video. You will see the link to that video and watch it, please. The last video is the last video before this one. You will see the link to it in the description box or in the comment section, wherever I put it. So today, like I told you last time, we are going to learn how to purify or refine your tallow to remove the meat odor so that it will be odorless. Now before we start, we want to welcome our new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining this channel. This is Page Essentials. Thank you so much for subscribing. Please also turn on your notification bell so that you can be notified when we release or upload new videos. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching our videos. And to our old subscribers or our essential producers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. And please, I'm also pleading, please watch the adverts you see in the channel. Please don't skip the advert. It's a kind of support for our videos. Thank you so much for your love and support. Now to the video. We want to learn how to purify our tallow. The first step is to render your beef tallow. To render your beef, your cattle fat or your cow fat, the animal fat you have, you render it. Like I say, watch the previous videos to see how to render it using wet method. Render it first. As you can see, when you render it, you scrape this one that I'm scraping. This is the what came out because of the salt and water we added. After scraping it, you can see how neat the tallow cake is, the solidified tallow. You can see how neat it is. You have gently scraped the impurities that stick under the tallow. Then the next step is to put the neat tallow cake back in a clean pot like we did when we are rendering it. Remember to watch that video so that you understand what I'm saying. You put the neat tallow, this one now, you put it inside a clean pot. Then you add enough water and salt, again like you did when we are rendering it. Don't worry, I will show you practical. But before that, you can decide to cut it into smaller portions or into smaller pieces for easy or fast melting. Some people will decide to just put it like this in the pot, but I would prefer to cut it into smaller sizes. Like I said before, the next thing to do is to put the neat tallow cake inside the clean pot and place it on the stove or on your heat source. After that, you need your water, enough quantity of water and some salt depending on the quantity of the tallow you want to purify. So place it on the heat. This is your water. You add your water and you add your salt. The water is on the same level with the tallow. You add some salt and continue cooking like you did when you were rendering it. You also need your sieve. If you don't have sieve, you need strainer. Strainer is best. You need strainer, but it must be stainless steel. Let the tallow boil for like 45 minutes to 1 hour, depending on the size of the fat you are purifying. Then when it has boiled to that extent, you can turn off the heat. You need a metal or stainless steel sieve or strainer. It will not be plastic because the tallow is very hot. It might melt your plastic, so I prefer stainless. Then if you don't have strainer, you can use your sieve, your normal sieve, but you need cloth like cheesecloth or that's pap, that is corn pap cloth. Anyone you have is okay. Just place it in the sieve to help it gather any dirt or strain any remaining pieces of dirt, if any, into the wide stainless steel bowl. And you still remember why we need a wide bowl for the job. So watch the video before this one so that you can understand why. After straining, you can now wash your strainer and the pot. You can wash it now because after now they will solidify. Or you can just boil water and wash off the fat stains. Then the next thing to do is to allow your tallow, the purified tallow, allow it to cool and harden again. Then when it have hardened for some hours, after some hours it have hardened, and you just pop it out. And once the hardened tallow is out, you will see the not so dark sticky water and dirt mix. Unlike the one we got from the rendered fat, this one is neater. That the one the salt and the water has drawn out. It shows the impurities the salt and the water has drawn out from the tallow again. But this one is smaller. You can see. Gently scrape the few impurities that stick under the solidified tallow, and this is your purified tallow. If you are not satisfied, you can repeat this purification process again as you wish. Place it on a very low heat and start cooking it again. This is how to purify your tallow. We call it tallow purification. This is how it is done. I just purified mine once and I am okay with it. So if you want to purify yours more than once, you can go ahead, feel free. Some people do it more than 3 times until they are satisfied. So do whatever you want, but just follow this purification step. Let's now learn how to store our tallow for use. Before you store any tallow, make sure that there is no water in the tallow. If you are not sure if your tallow has water or not, continue watching this video, because having traces of water in tallow usually cause mold to grow. So to prevent this is what you need to do. You need to melt the tallow down for easy pouring. It will take about 1 or 2 minutes only on a heat source. Only melt for storage. In melting for storage, do not add water and salt again. Do you understand? We are no longer rendering, we are no longer purifying. We are only melting it for storing. We want to melt it for storing. Do not add water, do not add salt. Just melt and pour it inside your storage container. If you see any trace of water, please discard it as you are pouring. Then store it only in a clean, dry container. Allow it to cool down before covering to avoid water vapor on the lid. If you don't want the tallow to stick to the sides of the container and be more difficult to clean up, Simply line the container with a parchment paper or a baking paper before pour. Do you understand? So this is totally optional. Some people just cut their tallow into sizable pieces and store. Just do what you like to do with your tallow. Just make sure there is no water, no moisture in it. Again, if you want to see how I make soap with tallow, watch my next video. Just click on the notification bell, like this video, subscribe to my channel so that YouTube can remind you when I upload the video of how I make soap using this tallow and using semi-hot process method. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you are not. Like this video please, so that YouTube can recommend it for people that need it. Thank you again. See you in my next video. Bye.